easy. Hello, my name is Chris.
From sleeping in a minivan in Portland to commanding blockbuster franchises worldwide, Chris Pratt's journey is a story of perseverance, humor, and unexpected opportunity. How does a small-town kid, scraping by with odd jobs and living paycheck to paycheck, rise to become one of Hollywood's most beloved and bankable stars? Before the fame, before the Marvel movies, before the Jurassic adventures, Chris was just an ordinary young man with a dream and a knack for making people laugh. His story is not just about talent, but about resilience, reinvention, and a relentless drive to seize every chance life offered. Tonight, we dive into the incredible rise of Chris Pratt, the underdog who refused to stay small, the comic who became an action hero, and the man who captured the hearts of millions around the globe. Christopher Michael Pratt was born on June 21, 1979 in Virginia, Minnesota, a small industrial town nestled among the northern lakes and forests. His early life was far from glamorous. His parents, divorced when he was young, struggled to provide stability for him and his siblings. Moving from house to house, from town to town, Chris experienced the uncertainty and challenges of a fractured childhood. Yet, even in these difficult circumstances, he discovered the power of humor and charm. Friends and neighbors remember a boy who could brighten any room with his quick wit and infectious laughter. It was in these formative years, amid hardship and modest surroundings, that Chris developed a resilience that would later define his career. School was both a sanctuary and a stage. Chris often found himself performing small skits or making his classmates laugh, unknowingly honing the comedic instincts that would one day captivate audiences worldwide. At the same time, he faced the quiet struggles of adolescence, self-doubt, shifting environments, and the longing to find his place in the world. Family played a complex role. While his parents' divorce left emotional scars, it also instilled in him independence and adaptability. Chris learned to rely on his own resourcefulness, a trait that would become invaluable in the unpredictable world of Hollywood. By combining humor, heart, and tenacity, the young boy from Minnesota began to shape the foundation of a career that seemed impossible at the time. But destiny had other plans. Chris Pratt's path to stardom was anything but conventional. In his early 20s, he lived in Portland, Oregon, scraping by with odd jobs, waiting tables, performing occasional stand-up comedy at local bars, and even sleeping in his minivan at times. Life was uncertain, but his charm and humor never went unnoticed. Fate intervened during one seemingly ordinary day. A professional photographer spotted Chris and recognized the spark of charisma beneath his scruffy exterior. This chance encounter opened the door to the entertainment world. Soon after, he began landing minor roles, including a small part in the television drama Everwood, 2002-2006. While these early appearances were modest, they gave Chris valuable experience and a glimpse into the life he dreamed of. However, his real breakthrough came with NBC's sitcom Parks and Recreation, 2009-2015. Playing the lovable, goofy musician Andy Dwyer, Chris displayed a perfect blend of comedic timing, charm, and relatability. Audiences quickly embraced him, and his performance became a standout, earning him widespread recognition. The show not only solidified his status as a talented comedic actor, but also showcased his ability to create an enduring, memorable character that resonated with fans. This period marked a turning point. From struggling in obscurity to becoming a beloved television personality, Chris Pratt's early career laid the foundation for the cinematic superstar he was destined to become. Chris Pratt's transition from beloved TV comedian to Hollywood action superstar was nothing short of meteoric. In 2014, he landed the role that would redefine his career, Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord, in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. This role demanded a delicate balance of humor, heroism, and charisma, qualities Chris had cultivated over years of performing both on-screen and in life. His portrayal was instantly iconic, blending the awkward charm of a small-town underdog with the bravado of a spacefaring hero. Critics praised his performance, audiences fell in love, and Chris Pratt became a household name virtually overnight. The success of Guardians of the Galaxy opened the door to more blockbuster opportunities. In 2015, he starred as Owen Grady in Jurassic World, a film that shattered box office records and cemented his status as a leading man capable of carrying a major franchise. The role demanded physical transformation and intense preparation. Chris gained muscle, trained rigorously, and committed fully to the action sequences, showcasing not just his talent, but his dedication to craft. Sequels such as Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, 2018, and Jurassic World Dominion, 2022, reinforced his status, proving he could sustain audience interest and box office appeal over multiple installments. Beyond action, he continued to balance comedic and dramatic roles, demonstrating remarkable versatility. Awards and accolades followed, including MTV Movie Awards, People's Choice Awards, and recognition from fans worldwide. Chris's rise was not merely about blockbuster numbers, it was a transformation. From the quirky, endearing Andy Dwyer on television, he evolved into a global superstar, blending humor, heroism, and relatability. His journey through this peak period exemplifies the combination of talent, work ethic, and the ability to seize the right opportunities, a perfect storm that propelled him to the top of Hollywood's hierarchy. By the mid-2010s, Chris Pratt was no longer the guy from the sitcom. He was an international icon, commanding red carpets, leading franchises, and inspiring millions with his story of perseverance and transformation. Even as Chris Pratt's star ascended, fame brought new pressures and challenges. His personal life often became public spectacle, and the media eagerly scrutinized every move. In 2017, his highly publicized divorce from actress Anna Faris captured headlines worldwide. The separation was amicable, but the media frenzy turned private heartbreak into a public narrative. Fans debated, speculated, and analyzed every detail, placing Chris under an intense spotlight. Beyond relationships, Chris faced scrutiny over his physical transformations for roles. Known for his comedic, approachable persona, he underwent significant body changes to portray Star-Lord and action roles. Headlines questioned and mocked the fluctuations, with some online critics ridiculing his weight gain or loss, framing it as an oddity rather than a dedication to craft. Yet Chris handled the scrutiny with characteristic humor and humility, often making lighthearted comments that showcased his authenticity. Professional challenges also tested him, transitioning from comedy to action, sustaining box office appeal, and meeting the high expectations of Hollywood and fans was no small feat. Every project carried the weight of public expectation, and missteps could threaten his reputation. Yet, Chris navigated these pressures with resilience, leaning on his wit, dedication, and supportive relationships. Fans admired his transparency. Interviews and social media revealed a man unafraid to show vulnerability, humor, and determination in equal measure. While scandals and scrutiny could have derailed a less grounded performer, Chris's ability to remain relatable and personable strengthened his bond with audiences. This period of life underscores a critical truth about fame. It is rarely linear or easy. Challenges, public judgment, and personal hardships are inevitable. But Chris Pratt turned adversity into growth, demonstrating that resilience, humor, and integrity are as vital to success as talent or opportunity. The storms he faced were not merely obstacles, they were crucibles, shaping the superstar that audiences now celebrate worldwide. Chris Pratt's story is defined not only by his rise to fame, but by his ability to reinvent himself. After achieving blockbuster success, he embraced the physical and professional transformations necessary to maintain his status in Hollywood. For roles like Star-Lord and Owen Grady in Jurassic World, he underwent intense physical training, sculpting a lean, muscular physique that matched the expectations of action heroes. This transformation was more than cosmetic. It symbolized his dedication to craft, discipline, and relentless commitment to excellence. Beyond the screen, Pratt evolved his public image. No longer just the lovable, goofy comedian from Parks and Recreation, He became a leading man who could balance action, humor, and charm seamlessly. Fans were drawn not only to his performances, but to his authenticity. A superstar who remains approachable, self-deprecating, and genuine despite global fame. Chris also extended his influence through philanthropy. He supports children's hospitals, disaster relief efforts, and other charitable causes, using his platform to give back to communities in need. This commitment to service, paired with his professional reinventions, solidified his reputation as both a talented actor and a conscientious public figure. Through reinvention, Chris demonstrated that true stardom is more than fame. It is the willingness to grow, adapt, and align one's craft with purpose. He turned personal and professional challenges into opportunities, proving that transformation is both possible and essential. By redefining himself on and off the screen, Chris Pratt cemented his position as a versatile, respected, and inspiring Hollywood icon. Chris Pratt's journey is a testament to perseverance, talent, and the power of reinvention. From a small-town kid struggling to find his path, living in a minivan and performing odd jobs, he rose to become one of Hollywood's most recognized and beloved stars. His story resonates because it reflects the universal truth that determination, humor, and authenticity can overcome any obstacle. Throughout his career, Chris has redefined what it means to be an actor in the modern era. He seamlessly transitioned from comedy to action, from television to blockbuster franchises, inspiring aspiring performers worldwide. Beyond the screen, his philanthropic efforts and genuine public persona have made him a role model, showing that celebrity can coexist with humility and kindness. Chris Pratt's legacy is not just in the films he stars in, but in the hearts of fans who see in him the embodiment of the underdog triumphing against the odds. Chris Pratt's journey shows that perseverance, humor, and heart can turn an underdog into a global icon. CTA. Like, share, and subscribe to Stars and Scandals for more incredible Hollywood stories.